Hello and welcome back to English Conversation 616. This is Chapter 6, Part 1. In this video, I will briefly go through the objectives and then we'll look at the warm-up questions. So Chapter 6 is called Coffee Shop Confessions, and we're going to focus on coffee culture, coffee and cafe slang, and cozy vibes. The objective of this chapter is to learn how to chat naturally in relaxed social settings like cafes, using common phrases for small talk and friendly updates with the people that mean a lot to you. So the point of this chapter really is to recall those natural questions that you have with your friends who you haven't seen for a while as you meet them in restaurants or cafes or public spaces to catch up and to hear about their life and their family and their job and everything else you want to know, and to do that naturally. So the 3 warm-up questions: do you prefer coffee or tea? And what's your usual order? So I'll use some notepaper again. So do you prefer A or B, right? This is giving you a limited choice. So the answer to this question is limited or restricted between the 2 options presented to you. You're asking for a preference. The question assumes that actually you like both, or most people do. So we used tea or coffee. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Most coffee people are okay with tea, and most tea people are okay with coffee, but it's not really their favorite, right? You tend to pick a side. So I prefer coffee, honestly. I prefer coffee is a short answer. I prefer coffee to tea is the longer answer. Right? You can use this structure as a question or an answer with any type of food, drink, hobby, interest, absolutely anything. Do you prefer red or green as a color? Do you prefer strawberries or grapes? The important thing to note is that when you ask somebody of a preference, the condition or the option really needs to be something that matches. For example, do you prefer tea, right? Tea or, let's just say for example, or pineapples, right? This is a drink, this is a fruit. So something drinkable, something edible. So it doesn't match. So this sentence or question is unnatural and weird because you're not able to directly compare it. It needs to be like for like. Like meaning kind or type. Okay? Doesn't mean I like, it means like, kind, type. So if you've got tea, you need a different drink. So we could just use milk, because milk is also a drink. And tea, do you prefer milk or tea? Do you prefer lemonade or orange juice? The second warm-up question: how often do you meet friends at a coffee shop? I'm going to write on this, I think. So I'll use this structure here. How often do you, so we use that, meet friends at a coffee shop? So I, from you, I meet friends. Right. Now, at a coffee shop, we can put here or here. I meet friends at a coffee shop once a week. I meet friends once a week at a coffee shop. What's the difference? If we have, let's say, at a coffee shop once a week, right? And then I do, once a week at a coffee shop. I meet friends at a coffee shop once a week. I meet friends once a week at a coffee shop. These really do mean the same here if you read them with a neutral tone. If you speak differently, if you raise the tone of your voice, you can emphasize the part that maybe is more specific or special in a particular situation. So, for example, I meet friends at a coffee shop once a week. This is a regular way of talking. You're emphasizing both of them equally. I meet friends at a coffee shop once a week. So if you emphasize here, I meet friends at a coffee shop once a week, other people could infer that you meet your friends in different places other days of the week. So I meet my friends at a coffee shop once a week, and I meet my friends at the library twice a week. I meet my friends once a week at a coffee shop might emphasize the fact that you only meet your friends once a week at a coffee shop. So it depends what you want to push the listener to focus on. Meeting at a coffee shop, or it's once a week. And the third question here, what's the best place to chill and talk in your city? So it might be a local park. It might be a library. It could be the gym. It might be a bakery. It might be down near the river. It could be the cinema. It might be a cafe. It could be your home. So chill is to relax in your city or town. And then just to go back, because I didn't actually answer this question, what's your usual order? When I go to a cafe, I usually order an Americano, right? I order an Americano. So I usually order an Americano. So an Americano. In the summertime, it would be an iced Americano. And in the wintertime, it would be an Americano, which during the weather, when it's cold, it would be implied that that's a hot, and you didn't say iced, so an Americano would come in its base form, which is hot. All right, so thank you. In the next video, we'll be going through the vocabulary for chapter 6. If you want to practice these in the comments below, and then I'll reply to that if there are any things to edit and worry about. Thank you very much, and we'll talk soon. Hello, and welcome back to English Conversation 616. This is a note-taking and note-making video designed for people who talk to other humans. And this is chapter 6, and we're doing the vocabulary. So this is chapter 6, and this is part 2 of probably going to be 5. So we'll see how we get on with this. In this video, I'm going to read all these words. I'm going to pronounce this a few times so that you can follow along, and then I'll give you the meaning and an example. I will try to read slowly and then naturally so that you can copy both if you want to. I'm going to zoom in a little bit compared to other videos. Hopefully that is going to be okay on your device. Right. Daily grind. the daily grind, the routine of daily work or daily life. So just trying to survive the daily grind. I'm just trying to survive the daily grind. Oat milk. Oat milk. Do you have milk? This is oat milk, a popular plant-based milk alternative. So this is milk that comes from oats, and you mix with water and leave it for a bit and then squish it out. And I always order my coffee with oat milk. I always order my coffee with oat milk. I like oat lattes or iced oat lattes. Very delicious. Matcha. So this is a kind of green tea. It's powdered green tea. It's often used in drinks. It's used in almost everything these days because it's very, very popular. I'm obsessed with matcha lattes, or malcha, as it's sometimes called. I'm obsessed. Oh, I'm obsessed with matcha lattes. Which is the next word? Latte. Latte. Latte is a type of coffee with steamed milk. You can have an iced latte. So that's ice, milk, and then topped with a shot of espresso. I usually order a vanilla latte. I usually order a vanilla latte, but today I would like a roasted hazelnut latte because it's far more delicious. Cozy vibes. Cozy vibes. Cozy is a comfortable and relaxed atmosphere. So a place that has cozy vibes calms your mind. It's relaxing and chill. So this cafe has the coziest vibes. Oh, that cafe has the coziest vibes. I want to go back as soon as possible. Catch up. To catch up. It means to share news and updates with somebody. So let's grab a coffee and catch up. It's been a while, so would you like to grab a coffee and catch up? Let's grab coffee and catch up. Order. 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 The food or drink you choose at a place. So you go to a restaurant and you place an order, and you go to a cafe and you order your drinks. So I placed my order at the counter. So many places have a kiosk. You might type your order into the kiosk. You might use a tablet at the table to place your order, or you might interact with a real human at the counter, if you're lucky. Barista. A barista is a person who makes coffee drinks at a cafe. The barista made my coffee look like art. So it's obviously a brilliant skill to learn. Latte art, for example, is a very trendy way to make coffee look more appealing and beautiful. It almost guarantees people to take a picture of their drink and then perhaps post it on social media. So the barista made my coffee look like art. Trendy. Trendy. So popular or fashionable at the moment. The key is at the moment. So a trend, as you know, trends will change. They come and go. So something that's trendy today probably won't be trendy next week. So matcha lattes are trendy right now. Trendy. And finally, cafe hopping. Cafe hopping. It's maybe you've traveled to countries with lots of islands. So island hopping is a popular activity to do when you go to some countries. Rent the boat or join a group that go island hopping, and a cafe hopping experience is the same. So you basically meet your friends and you visit multiple cafes in one day. So I love cafe hopping on weekends. Maybe in the morning you go to a brunch cafe, and then you move to a second cafe after lunch, and then maybe you stay in a third cafe until the evening. So cafe hopping is a nice, convenient way to enjoy your weekend with friends or your partner, and explore different places and different moods, because the morning, afternoon and evening crowd at a cafe will be very, very different. Thank you very much for watching this vocab video, and I will see you next in the dialogue video for chapter 6. Thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome back to chapter 6. This is part 2. I will make a little note up here. This is part 2 of chapter 6. So I'm going to read the model dialogue here and then the expressions below. So the point of this video is to give you an audio guide how to read some of this stuff in a natural way to help you with some of the pronunciation. A long time no see. How have you been? I've been good. Just surviving the daily grind. You? Same here. Work's been hectic. This latte is basically keeping me alive. Classic. I switched to oat milk. Trendy, I know. No shame in that. Speaking of trends, have you tried the new matcha place downtown? Not yet, but it's all over my Instagram feed. Let's check it out next time. So that was a standard reading without dramatizing it too much. Now I'm gonna just focus in a bit more, and then I'm gonna add a bit more flavor, a bit more excitement to the way someone might read this. So if it's entertaining, good. I'll read it through 2 times, see how we go on. Long time no see. How have you been? I've been good. Just surviving the daily grind. You? Same here. Work's been hectic. This latte is basically keeping me alive. Classic. I switched to oat milk. Trendy, I know. No shame in that. Speaking of trends, have you tried the new matcha place downtown? Not yet, but it's all over my Instagram feed. Let's check it out next time. So, in order to read this naturally, I have to read it quicker because it's natural to speak quickly. So I'm going to do it again, and hopefully if you listen to it a few times, it will be easier for you to follow. I'm sure the first time you hear it, it's just going to sound like blah, 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 blah. So bear with me. Repeat listening helps you focus on the language. Ready? Long time no see. How have you been? I've been good, just surviving the daily grind. You? Oh, same here. Work's been hectic. This latte's basically keeping me alive. Classic. I switched to oat milk. Trendy, I know. No shame in that. Speaking of trends, have you tried the new matcha place downtown? Not yet, but it's all over my Instagram feed. Let's check it out next time. Okay. So, when you raise your how have you been? How have you been? When the inflection goes up, it's showing excitement, engagement, interest with the question. So try as much as you can to speak naturally. Yeah. Just imagine that you're speaking your native language and try to copy that tone while you read this dialogue in English. Okay, and we've got some little expressions here to break down. So I'm just going to read these in different ways to see how they sound to you. So if you want to memorize these, okay, but memorization is not important. Just natural. If you find it interesting or useful, try and copy it. If you don't have any use, don't worry about it. So here we go. Long time no see. Long time no see. Oh, hello. Long time no see. How have you been? How have you been? Do you notice the difference? How have you been? It's a bit serious. How have you been? How have you been? Have you been good, my fellow? How have you been? How have you been? Come on. How have you been? How have you been? How have you been? When you go up, it's more excited. So, your friend might think you're really interested in them. How have you been? Where have you been? What have you been doing? Just surviving the daily grind. Again, if you want to sound like negative, just surviving the daily grind. Just surviving the daily grind. Just surviving the daily grind. Okay, so you go from okay. Let's grab coffee and catch up. Let's grab coffee and catch up. Would you like to grab coffee, catch up? Next time, let's try that new spot. Spot means place or location, like a cafe or a restaurant or wherever you go regularly with these people. So next time, let's try that new spot. Today was great. Next time, let's try that new place. I'm down for some cafe hopping. How about you? What should we do? I'm down for some cafe hopping. Are you in? Okay. Thank you for watching. I would love to know if this was helpful. If I could do something slightly different, let me know. But thank you for watching. Toodaloo. Hi, and welcome back to chapter 6. This is part 4, where we're going to go through the practice activities and see what we remember from the class. So question 1, you fill in the blank. Let's grab coffee and... That's right. Catch up. Now you catch up, you update your friends, you fill them in with details from your life. You can use the same sentence structure. Instead of catch up, let's grab coffee and lunch. Right? Let's grab coffee and bread. Ice cream. So you're doing two things as you catch up with your friend. Grab can mean go for. Let's go for coffee and catch up. What are some of your favorite drinks? What are some of your favorite drinks? Now we'll do a little brainstorm, if I'm allowed to say that. So we'll distinguish between hot and cold. So some of my favorite, the question is asking what are some of your favorite drinks? Some of my favorite drinks, cold drinks, I really like orange juice. Orange juice. I actually just prefer water most of the time. Also like milk. I'm going to think, yeah, I do actually like cranberry juice. I like a lot of juice, but in terms of hot drinks, well, I'm a coffee lover, right? I'm a coffee holic. So I like coffee. And what else? I do actually enjoy herbal tea. These are some of the drinks I enjoy. I also like a whiskey, I like red wine, I like white wine, I like a good beer. I prefer ale to beer, but I don't drink these days. So this is basically every single day I drink coffee, I drink tea, I drink 2 liters of water every day, and I have about 1 cup of milk a day. Don't drink this. This is a special treat. If I have orange juice, it's like it's my birthday or something. Ooh, go wild, have some orange juice. Right, question 3. Write 2 sentences using catch up and daily grind. Here we go. So catch up, I'll write some sentences and then come back to you. Right, so here's what I've got. For catch up, it's been ages since we last had a good catch up. Would you like to grab a coffee? Right, so you finish your statement with a question because you want to invite someone to continue the conversation and have some fun with you. Daily grind, I'm finding the daily grind extra tough these days. It's too hot, right? It's too hot to work this hard. So maybe you work outside, you do some farm work, or maybe just your commute to work using public transport. It's really hot and stuffy. You get to work feeling exhausted because you're super hot and sweaty on the bus or the train. Not very fun. Right, so question 4 is about role play. So we're gonna meet a friend at a cafe and exchange updates using at least 3 vocab words. So I'm going to take my note paper and come up with something, and then I'll show you in a moment. So here we go. Can that all fit in? Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see it all at the same time. Okay. So hey, it's been a while since we caught up. Do you fancy grabbing a coffee sometime soon? That would be great. Have you tried the new cafe downtown? How about tomorrow afternoon? Not yet, but I want to. When should I meet you there? Let's say 3 p.m? That works for me. I'm going to try the new matcha oat latte. I heard it's delicious. That sounds trendy. I think I'll have one too. I will just emphasize, this is catch up and then grab, right? So these are the vocab words that we've been trying to focus on in the conversation. To catch up, but it's caught up, and we grab a coffee. It's not in the vocab list, but it's in the dialogue. So grabbing a coffee. Another thing to draw your attention to is, with this person here, we actually ask 2 questions in the same response. Now, I think this is a very natural way to talk, because actually, if you're texting or writing to somebody, I find it really irritating if they ask a stupid question and then you reply, 1 more question, reply, question, reply. You really should include all the stuff you need to know, because we'll assume that people are busy, right? So I don't look at my phone a million times a day. So when I see a message, I'm going to reply to it. I should be able to reply with all the details somebody needs. So that's why this example here, that would be great. Have you tried the new cafe? 1. How about tomorrow afternoon? 2. You can respond to 2 questions at a time. Well, not yet, but I want to. First question. And when should I meet you there? So it may seem strange, but the question was about tomorrow afternoon. we'll assume afternoon is between 12 and 4. That's about right. So because this person here hasn't directly replied to, yes, afternoon is good, because that would, to be honest, require another question, right? So instead, I recommend you affirm this by basically saying, yes, tomorrow afternoon is good. So when should I meet you there? Instead of when, you could actually say what time, right? If you wanted to be really specific, if your friend is a bit slow, you might say, yes, afternoon is good. Yeah, the afternoon works. What time should I meet you there? If you need to directly answer their question, but they should be able to infer from your reply that the afternoon is good. So what time? And they did in this example. When should I meet you there? Let's say 3. So you've got a comma and then a question or question mark. And the reason that's here is because of the way you would say it. Let's say 3 because it's not confirmed. It's not in concrete. So it's flexible. And you're asking if 3 is okay. And it's not just saying, is 3 p.m. okay? It's let's say 3, and then it's easy for someone to say yes, or come up with an excuse why that doesn't work. I'm going to read this through one more time, and then I'll move on. Hey, it's been a while since we caught up. Do you fancy grabbing a coffee sometime soon? That would be great. Have you tried the new cafe downtown? How about tomorrow afternoon? Not yet, but I want to. When should I meet you there? Let's say 3 p.m. That works for me. I'm going to try the new matcha oat latte. I heard it's delicious. That sounds trendy. I think I'll have one too. Okay, so we'll move on to question 5. Make a list of your favorite coffee shop orders and describe them in English. So you can do this in the comment section below. You can write, why don't we say 3 of your favorite coffee shop orders. So my favorite orders are, I like an iced hazelnut latte. I like an Americano. And these days my favorite is an iced Earl Grey. So that's really delicious with a slice of lemon, obviously. That's my favorite. And then I'd be interested to hear what yours are in the comments below. Question 6. I'll zoom in a little bit for these. So write a short dialogue where 2 friends plan to go cafe hopping. And yes, here we go again with the paper, and then I will see you in a moment. Oh, but it won't be because I'm pausing it. Ta-da! Magic again. Getting good at this magic thing. So, here we go. A 5-point dialogue practice for setting up a cafe hopping plan with your friend. So, I have the whole day off tomorrow. Do you fancy going cafe hopping? Absolutely. Where shall we start? Let's meet at 11 a.m. at Green's Bakery. Then how about that cafe salad bar for a late lunch? Brilliant. Let's pop into the tea house on our way home to say hi to Sarah. Great plan. See you tomorrow. Not bad, right? It's okay. It's almost like I can speak English. I'm getting there, I promise. Right. Question 7. I'm having a problem with my numbers today. One thing at a time. Use oat milk and barista in one sentence. I'm going to write that on here. I think that'll be okay. So, my barista makes a delicious vanilla oat latte. Okay. So I haven't used the word milk because we're using the word latte. So we don't need to use milk latte. True or false? Matcha is a type of black coffee, and that is, yes, it's false. It's kind of green tea. In the comments below, cozy vibes into your native language, please, as before with every lesson. So vibes is the mood or atmosphere, right? And the cozy is comfortable, relaxing, warm, peaceful. And then at the bottom of this page, we'll do question 10 is the discussion. What makes a coffee shop the perfect place to relax? Now, again, we don't have to talk about a coffee shop. If you want to talk about another place that you like to go to relax at, we use that place. So we have the place here and then the reasons. Okay, so I like actually to go down to the park. And why do I like to go to the park? I like the sound of birds, like the wildlife. I like the fresh air. So if you're outside at a park, it's quite nice to be in the fresh air. I like the fresh air and sunshine. And then I like to be able to lay on the floor, have a little sleep, a nap, and outside I like to watch the clouds. Cloud watching. Okay. Just as some examples of why I might like to go to the park. If you like to go to a cafe, right, let's say whatever your cafe name is, and you like to go there because it's warm, right? There are no bugs. So many people don't like the park because many people don't enjoy relaxing at the park because there are bugs or snakes, right? Possibly. So they like to go to a nice clean cafe and relax. You don't have to worry about stuff. And then, well, it's a cafe and good seats, comfortable, right? Comfortable seats. And then you've got good cake, good, yeah, we'll do cakes. We'll do cakes. Good cakes and bread. Let's say bread as well. So they might be the reasons why you enjoy that. All right, so that was all the practice activities. And in the next video, we'll go through the review quiz, see how we get on with that. Thank you for watching and see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back. This is chapter 6 of English Conversation 616. In this video, we'll go through the review quiz. So this is just a quick highlights video of the stuff that we should already know. So what is a barista? Right. A barista is I'm going to do this one slightly different. I'm not going to complete the sentence. I'm going to ask you to do that in the comments below. You just type everything together and then submit all the submit it together in the comments, not like 10 individual comments. What does catch up mean? Catch up means complete the sentence. This place has the coziest. That's an easier one. And translate daily grind into your native language. So daily grind is stuff like household chores. It might be part of your commute. Could be your exercise regimen. So the type of difficult, annoying things that you do, or something that's a challenge. It can be a positive thing. It can be a thing that you have to do, and things you have to do as well. So daily grind is just the tough, hard-working things that you have to do often, every day, in order to maintain the level that you're at. Use latte in a sentence. So I'll give an example, and then maybe you can use that to help yourself. So in summer, I enjoy drinking. And then let's just use vanilla because everyone does vanilla, right? Vanilla lattes. You can use this as an example or do your own one. Question 6. What is oat milk and why do some people choose it? So the structure I'll do for you, but you can give me the answer yourself. So oat milk is, right? And, I'll just do some people and some people choose it because, right, so there'll be different reasons, but in general oat milk is, milk from oats, a healthy alternative to regular milk. What's the meaning of cafe hopping? So we can answer like this. Cafe hopping is when. So we're not using means. We're going to say is when blah, 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 right? So cafe hopping is when. Again, if you comment below, I'll check your answers and then I'll correct if necessary. True or false? Trendy means something is outdated. That is false. Almost every time it's false. Trendy means something is fashionable or, currently cool. I'm going to have to write currently as well, right? Yeah. Currently cool. Because trendy will change, won't it? Write a sentence using matcha. So maybe a natural way of people speaking today is many people use the word actually at the beginning of a sentence. Actually, I've never tried matcha. Have you? You can use this as a structure. Make your own sentence, please. Why do some people enjoy catching up over coffee? This can be different for anyone, right? So the question's about people in general. So you can say everyone, or you can say some people. Let's say we'll do some people, because it might not be everybody. Some people enjoy catching up over coffee, right? Enjoy catching up over coffee. Enjoy catching up over coffee because maybe a simple example is they like coffee. Maybe cafes help them to relax. Oh, I did it again. Sorry, it was off the camera screen. I'm not looking at this screen because I got it right and it's difficult for me to do two things at once. So some people enjoy catching up over coffee. Because they like coffee. Cafes help them to relax. Or coffee, maybe I would say inspires, right? Inspires good conversation. Now, I do genuinely believe this. Coffee inspires good conversations. So if I'm with a friend and we go for some good coffee, gets our brain working, and we come up with these wonderful things to talk about that are completely secret and so ingenious that nobody could imagine how good they are. But the point is, people love catching up over coffee for lots of reasons. It's cheap, it's convenient, it's accessible, and it's pretty much everyone likes coffee or decaf coffee, or coffee shops have tea as well, right? And juice. Thank you very much. That is the end of chapter 6. Don't worry, there are 4 more chapters to go, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'll see you in the next lot. Thank you very much.